Alright, let's see how this goes. So, as mentioned in a little note on my last video, I got my hands on basically a free microphone type thing. And so, just wave to my neighbor there. No, I wasn't stopped in front of his house or anything like a weirdo waving to him. I stopped at the stop sign. He was to my left. But yeah, I was just looking around my room for something that I could use as a microphone. And I found a Bluetooth one, but this phone is completely incapable of recording video and at the same time recording audio from a Bluetooth device, no matter like what kind of app I used or programs or any of that stuff. This truck is so fucking huge, and there's trash cans on the side of the road and shit. Ugh. God damn, this road is fucking small. Exhibit A. But yeah, I found in my old iPhone 5 like headset basically. Like, you know how iPhones usually come with headphones? Like iPods come with headphones, iPhones come with headphones that have like a volume rocker and a microphone stuck on it. That's what I'm using. I just have the it's illegal to have earbuds in while we're driving, so I don't have them in. They're just kind of looped around my ear, and the microphone is like right next to my throat. So I'm hoping it'll diminish the background noise a lot. I can't say much. Like I feel like because the earbuds aren't actually in my ear, they're gonna bounce around and probably make vibrations through the cable, and the microphone's gonna pick it up. So sorry about that, but I'm gonna try to figure out ways to silence it as much as possible in the future, or maybe when I stop here in the stop sign, because I'm wearing sunglasses right now. I could like pinch the cables underneath my sunglasses where they hit my ear. I might honestly try that. Alright, I kind of tried it. Didn't really work. I think I got one of them to get a little more stable, so I guess that's a bonus. I don't know how many people out there are like me and fuck up their sleep schedule like all the damn time. But for me, it started in high school. And you know why it started? Because before high school, I always went to bed at like 10 o'clock, and I always woke up at like 6 o'clock. I always got my 8 hours, and I was always fine. Like, it still sucked waking up to have to go to school, but at least I wasn't super fucking tired and like falling asleep in my chair at school. But when I got to high school, I kind of started to talk to girls and texting girls and calling girls in the middle of the night up until like the wee hours of the day. And it would really screw up my sleep schedule. It was worse when I had a girlfriend, because then it was more like of a dedicated thing. Like, we always texted until the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. And then we both had to wake up at like 6:30 in the morning for school. So we'd both be fucking dead at school, but it was a fun night of talking, I guess. But that's kind of what started it for me. And then when I went to college, oh boy. In college, you really don't actually have to go to your classes. Like, it's merely a suggestion that you attend class. Some of the professors are a bit of a dick, and they'll include questions on the exam where they only talked about it in the classroom. Most of them aren't like that though. So it's like an option to go to class. You can literally get all the information you need from reading the textbook and doing like the practice questions in the back of the book. And you'll learn just as much as if you were to sit in class and be bored and listen to this monotone professor talking about cells and mitosis and weird shit like the War of 1982, which I don't think is a real thing. History is probably my least favorite subject because it is my worst subject. But nonetheless, when you have like 8 a.m. classes in college, which is still vastly better than having to be at school at 7:30 in high school, because you can walk to your classes in college, so you can wake up at like 7:50 and still make it to your 8 o'clock classes without breakfast or anything like that. And so it was nice. Also, I don't know what it sounds like right now. I'm on the highway again. Hopefully it sounds a lot better. If not, my apologies. I'll keep tinkering with this stuff. But in college, it was really easy to get away with not going to class. You'd have like at least for me, I went to a big university, a big public university, and there was like 400 people in my chemistry class, my chemistry 101 class. So if you didn't go to class, it didn't fucking matter. The only thing that mattered was that she liked, there was like 5% of your grade that came from participation, quote unquote, and it was basically using like this wireless multiple choice keyboard. It's like a really small pocket keyboard that had like 6 buttons on it, and you would answer questions after it was like linked to that professor's account, and like it would pick up your answers off of your controller, and if you got it right, you got it right. If you got it wrong, you got it wrong. It didn't matter. Your 5% came from the fact that you just punched something in, so she knew you were there. That was like her way of tracking attendance. But I still managed to get like a B+ in that class, and I barely went to class, which kind of sucks. I probably could have got like an A-, possibly even an A in that class if I had gone to all the classes and answered all the questions, but it was really whatever. And so like over time, you get hit by senioritis a lot quicker in college because you've already felt it once in high school. In 12th grade as a senior, you start really slacking off, and you're just like, man, I'm almost done. I just want to break. I want to break from school. And then you go to college, and it's like you feel like a senior still as a freshman. And so within like one semester, you're already thinking to yourself like, fuck man, I don't want to get up for class. I already understand that I don't have to go to class, but it still feels kind of wrong not to go to class. Well, that feeling goes away really quick. That just erodes from your subconscious, and you will sleep through all your classes if you're not careful. But yeah, in college, the only time I had time to play video games was over the weekend. And because like I wouldn't play them during the week because I would want to go make sure I got enough sleep and woke up, and like my days were hectic, man. I would take 6 classes at the beginning of the semester and usually drop 1 and end up with 5. Taking 5 classes in college as a full-time student and finding time to go to the gym like me for like 2 hours a day, and like eating all the time and still finding time to sleep and hang out with a couple friends. It's tough, dude. And the reason it's hard is because everybody's got 24 hours in the day. You decide what you're going to do in those 24 hours. But sometimes it's really hard to get everything you want to get done and get the amount of sleep that you want and still do well in school and stay healthy. Like, it's a lot of juggling, it's being very responsible. And I'm not the most responsible person. I'm still kind of a child. I'm not super mature, but I'm not immature. I'm just a child. That's all I'm saying. And now I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm gonna be a couple minutes late to work. But it's okay. It's like my last day working here because I'm gonna start my other job soon. So I gotta quit my other 2 jobs. This is one of them. But yeah, like juggling things is tough, man. Don't feel bad do not ever feel bad if something happens in your life where you feel like it's difficult to juggle things around. It's hard to do well in school, get sleep, keep family ties close, keep friendships close. It's a lot of work, and not everybody can do it. Honestly, like 99% of the population has trouble doing it, if not 100%. I can't stress that enough about a lot of things in life. Like, people in general, we're all the same. We all have shit to deal with. A lot of us are wondering all the time, like, what the fuck am I doing in life? And so never feel guilty that you can't get your shit together sometimes, because it's really tough. And, just surround yourself with positive people, especially like your family, your close friends. Don't surround yourself with negative people. They're just going to bring you down in life. And just keep your head up and do things, and eventually they will fucking work out. Like, I'm a prime example of that. I sleep all day and I stay up all night for like years, and then all of a sudden I land this awesome full-time job that pays twice as much as any other job that I can find around my town, and fuck, it's like 10 minutes away from my house, and it's gonna make me so much more money than I am right now. So things work out, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about life. You're still young, I'm sure. If you're watching this video, you're still young. I'm 21. I consider myself to be very young. So I just got off work, and I felt the need to include a little more at the end of that video. It felt really rushed because I thought my memory was full, but it's not. It's just because the file size is so big and it's a phone, it actually limits me to like how much one video size can be. And so once it hits a certain limit or like a certain time, it kind of cuts itself off, and that kind of freaked me out. I thought I ran out of memory, but I totally didn't. It's fine. And so I just gotta make sure and watch to make sure it doesn't cut itself off while I'm talking, especially if I ramble on for like 3 minutes after the video cuts itself off. That's kind of what happened earlier. It's really annoying. And then I was like, fuck, I gotta record more. And then I tried recording more, and it worked for the most part, but then it cut off in like 2 minutes. And then I was like, shit, I ran out of memory then, because last time it let me record 10 minutes, but now it's only letting me record 2 minutes, so I must be out of memory or something, or else it wouldn't kick me off like that. And so I like deleted that 2-minute clip and then re-recorded another 2-minute clip, and that was the one that was like, ah shit, I'm stuck in traffic. That was like 2 minutes long because I timed myself. I was like, I gotta get everything else I need to say in 2 minutes, or else the video's not gonna be complete, and it's gonna be a horrible vlog, horrible driving with Ricks. So I'm gonna tack this on to the end. You probably noticed, or if you watched the video instead of just listening to it, you probably noticed it is in a beautiful, crisp 60 FPS 1080p, because I literally just found out like the other day when I was tinkering with my microphone settings and stuff like that, that this phone is more than capable of doing 60 FPS with 1080p, which to me is fucking awesome. That's actually really cool. There's a truck to my left, and I gotta pass him before I get on the highway, or else he's gonna be in my way. Yeehaw! It's a little Nissan Sentra. By the way, the car in the thumbnail, that is actually my car. It's a 2012 Nissan Sentra. I painted the grille black, I painted the wheels black, I took the ID badge to the back so it doesn't say Nissan Sentra on the back. It's like completely blank, and that's really all I've done to it. And I painted the brake calipers blue, and it's really, I don't plan on doing anything too crazy with this car. It's just a Nissan Sentra. Maybe when I get the money, start this full-time job, I'll start investing in a new car, one that's a little faster, one that's a little more playful. And honestly, I actually think I'm going to invest in a motorcycle, because I've always really, really wanted a motorcycle, and I think it'd be dope as fuck if I could start doing moto vlogs instead of driving with Ricks. Don't know what you think about that, but I think it'd be pretty fucking fun, especially because I could just drive around wherever. I mean, I could still do that with driving with Ricks, but right now, it's hard to know when I need to be somewhere, so driving around randomly isn't something I'm really capable of right now, and a lot of times I'm keeping myself busy and preoccupied with other stuff, like recording for YouTube, for video games, and rendering and editing, and going to the gym and eating and grocery shopping and doing all this junk that I got to do outside of just driving around. But yeah, I think it's awesome that I can record in 1080p, 60 FPS, even if the camera does want to shut itself off every so often because the file sizes get too big. It's all good with me. And the mic quality, and as well as the sound quality, like the background noise should be hella reduced now because I've got an actual like earpiece microphone that's not going to pick up the vibrations off the windshield. Hopefully, you're probably going to hear little bits of like scratching here and there because it's a really flimsy cable, and every time it touches my shirt or something, or like my hand touches the cable, it'll probably make a scratching sound on the mic since the mic is attached to the cable. But I guess I'll tinker with it. I always rip the file apart and pull the audio into Audacity, and then I edit the audio in Audacity and then bring it back to my editing software, Sony Vegas, to make sure it sounds good and the video looks good and all that stuff. You guys should know by now I try my best to give you the best quality that I can possibly give you, because that's what you guys deserve, man. And yeah, I felt really rushed on the video, and it seemed like a bad thing, a bad topic to feel rushed about. It was literally the epitome of not being able to fit what you want in the time allotted to you in the day. Like, I was being rushed trying to talk about how nobody has time to do everything they want to do. It was like the perfect representation of that. So maybe it was a good thing that happened. I don't know. but I'm not going to try to keep this super long. I just wanted to let you guys know about the video upgrade and about the whole camera shutting itself off. So I've just got to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. And now that I'm aware of it, it's probably going to be easier to catch. And so, yeah, hope you guys liked the video. And remember, keep that head high. Things will always work out in the end, all right? Especially if you're young. You got a lot of time ahead of you. We're all in this together. I'm here for you. Might not seem like it. I might be miles and miles, thousands of miles away from you, but I'm here for you, all right? Don't forget that. You always got Ricks to back you up. So anyways, until next time, guys. Peace the fuck out.